Hey, what's going on, guys? Dayan here, and today I hit 50 subscribers. It isn't a big milestone, but I chose to celebrate it with a YouTube background pack, and also I chose I made a YouTube background pack because lately I have been getting a lot of requests, like 3 to 6 a day, I would say, something like that. And I can't make backgrounds for everyone, unfortunately. So I decided to, for those people that I said no, sorry, I can't make you a background. I decided to make a background pack for all of you, because I know a lot of you subscribe, hoping that you get a background. Well, that's why I made this. So I hope you like it. There's 5 different backgrounds you can choose from. They're all customizable, as long as you have Photoshop, that is. And I just really hope you like it. And I'm just gonna do a quick run through of these backgrounds. So first we have this border background. It fits really nicely on your modules, and you can change it. You can change colors if you want. You need to keep it blue. Change gradient, color, you just change it by double clicking it. We've got 2 different patterns you can choose from. We've got the grid pattern and this kind of scan line pattern. We got cables, so a way to change the color of the cables, let's go to blending options, go to color overlay, and let's say if you want a red, choose red, and on blend mode, on color overlay, just put it on color, and there you go. You have red cables, and you can always mess around with the opacity. Another way you can do it is select the layer, go to edit, or no, image, sorry, mode, no, adjustments. So image, adjustments, hue and saturation. Make sure you have the layer selected, obviously, and just change around. There you have a green one, purple one, yellow one. That looks really nice, actually. And that's how you change the colors of the cables. I added particles onto the background just because it looks kind of plain without it. You can always just change if you want, or add something else if you want. The border, you can change colors by just double clicking and messing around with the blending options. Mostly, if you want to change color, you probably want to mess around with inner shadow and color overlay. So when I added a grunge metal texture, I did do a tutorial on this. If you want to learn how to do it, I guess your own, I'll leave an annotation on the screen, and if you want to watch that tutorial, if you want to make your own, that is. And we got these indents right here, right along here, just to give the border a bit more depth, and the patterns for the indents, once again, just to give the border a bit more depth. If you don't like these plasma streaks on the corners, you can always just take them off. And strings, we got single strings on the one side, and you got multiple strings if you want to choose from either one. And just change color of the strings, just double click on the layer and open up the blending options, and you can just change them. So that's the border background. I hope you guys like that one. I really like this border. I think it's really unique and it looks nice. And on to the second background. And it's this background, I just named it professional background. It's not really professional, just for lack of a better name, really. But this one's very similar to Ray Boy's background. I had a feeling that a lot of you like that one, so I remade it, kinda. So I'll do a quick run through. We got stripes, and you can always make your own stripes if you want. I just made these ones and you can make them by just going down on this bar. Go on the shapes, rectangle tool, make your own stripes. I added a cloud texture just to, it looks kind of plain like that. So I just added a cloud texture. Social media bar right here. All you have to do is add your own Facebook logo, whatever, and your name. And just to change the blending options, you just have to go blending options, color overlay. That's pretty self-explanatory. The info bar, we got the bar right here that goes over your info. It looks pretty cool. It looks really nice. And I added a lot of fading streaks, and these are the fading streaks where right along here, those ones right here, fading streaks. It just gives the background a bit more like a sharp look. and the white outline of the box and the fading streaks on the for the title of your videos. And I added a metallic texture to the modules. You can add whatever texture you want, really. I think a lot of like metallic, like steel textures work really well with this one. That's just my opinion. And scanline pattern, just to give it a bit, more depth, and just give it an overall better look. So that's the professional background. It's not really professional, like I said before, just for lack of a better name. And that's the robotic background. I think this one's one of my favorites in this pack. And quick run through. Gradients. I already told you how to change gradient. Pretty simple. For the texture, change that. You just gotta go image adjustments, hue and saturation, and just play around with that. Grid pattern, if you want a grid pattern. Change the colors of the robot's arm. It's just go to blend options, color, and just color overlay, and just put on color, like I said before. And I added orbs onto the robot. Yep, orbs onto the robot. It's kind of laggy, but you could keep them on if you want. It's really your choice. I don't know. I just added them just to give a bit more detail, I guess. And I added lightning coming from the orbs, which is kind of cool. But you can always add your own lightning, your own stuff, whatever, onto this robot's arm. And you can always add your name on it too, which would be kind of cool. And got the orb in the middle. I added this orb in the middle just so you can put your name somewhere. But you don't need to use this orb. You could always just write your own text here, or whatever, or you can put your name onto the robot's arm. Scan lines, I don't know, it just kind of gives it a better look if you ask me. Darkens everything and just gives it a overall better look. And the gradient maps, without it, you can see it kind of looks a bit plain. Not really plain, but like saturated, not desaturated. Yeah, desaturated. Hope that's the right word I'm using, but it just looks a bit like faded. So with the gradient maps, it just gives it a lot more like saturation, a better look really overall. And then if you don't like that much saturation, you can always take it off. And hopefully saturation is the word that I'm trying to describe, whatever. This background, it's kind of like a stylish background, and don't worry if it's black and white. I'll explain it later why it's black and white. But the things on the side, if you don't like circles, we can always add squares or these abstract shapes, or you can always add whatever you want. Remember, these backgrounds are fully customizable. Just do whatever you want with them. And you can always change the channel selections. Like if you don't like the stroke, you can always turn it off. The gloss, let's see, more faded streaks, and this one right here. This one goes right on your profile, so you'll see a profile and right under it. So it looks really cool. And let's see. Yep, patterns. There's 2 different scan lines you can choose from. So you have that and this. You can always play around with that. And so this is where the gradient maps come in. And you'll see this is a green gradient map. It makes a green, which is really cool and unique about this background, because just with the gradient maps you can change the colors of it. And here's a dark blue and yellow one. This one's probably gonna be my favorite. Looks really cool. Purple and orange and black and teal. To create your own gradient map, I'll just show you real quick. Let's just select this thing down here beside the folder button, beside this button, which I don't know what it is, but select that one, go to gradient map, and just choose whatever colors you want. I'm just going to choose 2 random colors, red and this green kind of color. I don't know, just random. This is probably going to look shit, but and just put it on overlay and just change opacity to 85. I think 85 works the best. If you ask me, that is. You can always play around with it. and that's that one. And the text is 3D. I put a file for the 3D, or the Cinema 40 file for the 3D text, so you can always find out how I bended it, and you can just always add your own text. The last background is this wacky, bright, background. I'm not a big, personally, I'm not a big fan of these types of backgrounds, but I'm sure somebody out there is. So that's why I made it, just so I can try to satisfy everybody. And this rectangles, boxes, whatever you want to call them, they just go over uh, your box with the avatar. This one in the middle, it goes over your like button, so that's kind of cool. And these ones over here just go right under the modules, and there's also text you can put onto them, which like there's some added things and patterns, two different scan lines again, and this is kind of just a random wacky background if anyone's into that. Personally, I'm not, but yeah. And I think that's about it. So the download, or the file to download this, will be in the description. And once again, thanks for 50 subscribers, and hope you enjoy this pack and this video. And if you do decide to download it, please like and favorite this video. And even if you are a graphic designer, I'd suggest downloading it, because you never know, you may be able to learn something new. Because I remember when I just started doing GFX, I used to download robots, Sense GFX X, uh GFX packs, and kind of just learn from them. Because after you really get familiar with Photoshop, you just use your imagination to create anything, really. And that's what I did. I just learned, from those big YouTubers, and you never know, you could learn something new from my pack. And in the comments, put which one's your favorite, stuff like that. And once again, thanks, and I'm Dan, and I'll see you guys later.